Welcome back to Dr. Sucheta's interactive class. Today we'll see one of the online practical demonstration with animation for colorimetry experiment where we are going to determine the lambda max and concentration of given unknown solution for copper sulfate ammonia complex. So today's experiment is to determine the maximum absorbing wavelength for copper sulfate ammonia complex and to find out the unknown concentration of the same complex. The apparatus required for this particular experiment is colorimeter, cuvette or test tube, volumetric flask, burette, beaker, measuring cylinder, tissue paper. Chemicals we are going to utilize to prepare the copper sulfate ammonia complex is 0.01 molar copper sulfate and copper sulfate solution and liquor ammonia along with distilled water. First we'll try to understand about the instrument which we are going to utilize, that is colorimeter. So here I have tried to show the digital form of colorimeter where this is an instrument which will measure the color intensity of your solution in terms of absorbance. We are going to measure the absorbance on this particular instrument or transmittance. Now when I am using these word absorbance, transmittance, you all aware of the basic laws of photometry which we have learned that if I pass a beam of light, part of light will be reflected back, part of light is absorbed and part of light is transmitted. That is the basic law. Then we have learned Lambert's law and Beer's law. Our today's experiment is based on Beer's law, which tells me when a beam of monochromatic light is allowed to pass through a colored solution, the decrease in intensity of color, decrease in intensity of the incident light is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution. That is, absorbance is directly proportional to concentration. Based on this particular statement, if we form an instrument where that instrument should able to measure the absorbance of colored solution. So if I look at the instrument, it is having the filter holder, that is nothing but the choice of the wavelength is available for me. Here we have called this as a filter. We have seen one of the component of colorimeter filter. There are two types of filter, absorption filter and interference filter. We have learned that in colorimeter we are using absorption filter where color pigment dye is embedded in between the two glass sheets. That is the simply construction of your absorption filter which we are using here as a filter. Filter holder is there. Cuvette holder, we are going to use simply a glass test tube as a cuvette holder. Here the knob is given to you where you can adjust the absorbance to 0. That digital display will tell me what is the absorption value for the solution which you have placed in the cuvette holder. Now if I see the internal components of this colorimeter, what I needed source of light. According to our statement of Beer's law, when I pass a beam of monochromatic light, that means I need a source of light which has been passed through the filter so that a particular wavelength has been selected. Monochromator, which converts the polychromatic light into monochromatic light, which is passed through the cuvette containing colored solution, which is detected. Light energy is converted into electrical energy by the detector and I'll obtain the reading on my digital device. So the functions of the each part of the component which I have utilized in my colorimeter: bulb as a source of light, cuvette which will reflect the light in a forward direction or transmit, absorption filter which gives me a choice to select the filter, slit gives me a narrow beam, cuvette a place to hold your color solution, detector which converts your light energy into electrical energy, amplifier amplifies the signal wherever needed. So when I start my instrument, that a source of light will be lighten up and which will pass light through the selected filter towards the solution and pass the transmitted light to the detector device, which will give me a reading on my digital device. So there are different absorption filters with respect to wavelength are available in colorimeter. You can see the colors on a particular wavelength has a particular color. Okay, so these all wavelengths fall in a visible region. Your colorimeter works in a visible region. What is the range? Yes, 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer. Now here I have tried to show, because the colorimeters which are available and the filter range is available with the instrument, I have tried to show over here the same. Now we'll move towards our experiment, where the first part of our experiment is to prepare different concentration solutions of copper sulfate ammonia complex. So this is an observation table. This is an table given for you to prepare the different concentration solutions. You have to utilize over here volumetric flask, which are labeled with these numbers. You have to label the numbers with the volumetric flask. We are going to utilize volumetric flask to prepare a particular solution concentration which minimizes the error. Volumetric flask is long naked flask. Okay, now I have to add copper sulfate solution of definite amount, liquor ammonia of constant amount, and then further dilution with distilled water to make up the volume up to 25 ml. So these are the different concentration solutions: 0.008, 0.006, 0.004, 0.002, and these are unknown concentration solutions in your actual experiment are provided to you to find out their concentration. Here I have taken two different examples for unknown solution. You can choose any one for your graphical calculation further. Now we'll see how I can prepare this copper sulfate ammonia solution. Now this is the part 1, that is we need to prepare the copper sulfate ammonia complex solutions of different concentration. What we need? We need 0.01 molar copper sulfate solution which has been taken in a burette. This burette is filled with 0.01 molar copper sulfate solution. We need a volumetric flask of 25 ml because we need to make up the volume up to 25 ml. We need to add a constant volume of liquor ammonia. We are going to use over here either micro pipette, okay, or you can utilize a cylinder, and further volume is make up with distilled water. As this is colored solution, we will take care that we are going to observe the lower meniscus while adding the excess of water to this particular volumetric flask. We have to take care while utilizing this liquor ammonia that the fumes of liquor ammonia, we have to take care that we are going to cover the solution after preparation or after taking in a test tube. We have to cover with a cotton or immediately return the excess of amount of ammonia to the container. You can see these are the different colored solutions we have prepared by the table which I have followed just now. And if we take all these solutions in the test tubes which are labeled with number 1 to 7, we can easily see that the test tube number 1 is highly colored solution. We are going to utilize this highly colored 0.008 molar solution to find out lambda max, that is maximum absorbing wavelength. This is the procedure where we have. Now we'll move forward to the part 2, that is second part of your experiment, where we are going to determine the maximum absorbing wavelength for copper sulfate ammonia complex solution. Now just now we have enlisted and prepared 4 different solutions of known concentration. We are having 2 unknown concentration solution and 1 blank solution. Now among these, the highly colored solution is 0.008 molar copper sulfate ammonia complex solution. We are going to utilize this highly concentrated or highly colored solution to find out the maximum absorbing wavelength. We'll see how. Now this is my digital visible spectrophotometer or colorimeter, which is having inbuilt these different wavelength filters. I have enlisted over here 440, 470, 500, 530, 630, 660 and 720. Now for each of these wavelength, what I have to do? I have to check that what is the absorbance of this 0.008 molar solution. Now when I am using each of these filter, what I have to take care that I have to standardize the filter, standardize the filter with respect to the absorbance given at blank. Place the filter first, then adjust the blank to 0. When I am adjusting blank to the 0, I have to put this 7 number solution, blank solution in this cuvette holder. I can see what is the absorbance. I need to adjust that absorbance to 0, then remove it and place your solution of number 1, that is 0.008 molar solution I have to place. So when I am choosing a filter, first I will need to put a blank solution, make the absorbance 0, then I will put my solution of interest whose absorbance I need to measure. Yes, same procedure I will follow for all other filters. What we will do next? Yes, I will choose 470 filter, then I will place the blank to adjust to 0, and then I will put my solution number 1 to find out the absorbance. Yes, what is next? Next I will choose filter 500, I will place the blank, adjust to 0, then I will put my copper sulfate ammonia complex solution number 1 to find out the absorbance. Similarly for 530, same procedure I need to follow. At 630 nanometer, check the blank, adjust the absorbance and find out the absorbance for solution number 1. Check out for 660 nanometer. Yes, very good. You have to adjust the absorbance to 0, place your colored solution, find out the absorbance. Well done. So you have done for all available wavelengths, you have done or you have found out the absorbance for the solution number 1, that is 0.008 molar solution. This is highly colored solution. Now look at the absorbance values. How will you find out lambda max? The wavelength which gives me maximum absorbance for the solution which I have selected. So for this particular solution number 1 or for this complex, what is the maximum absorbing wavelength? In terms, what is the absorbance value? The wavelength which gives me higher absorbance value. Which one is this? Yes, 630 nanometer. So 630 nanometer is my maximum absorbing wavelength for copper sulfate ammonia complex. I can draw a graph of absorbance versus wavelength, okay, to find out exact or better value of maximum absorbing wavelength for copper sulfate ammonia complex. So you utilize whatever observations I have provided here for part 2, you utilize the same observation and plot this graph as your part of work during journal completion. Now we will move further by utilizing this lambda max, that is 630 nanometer wavelength. I will put this wavelength as constant, and for all remaining solutions which I have prepared of copper sulfate ammonia complex, I will find out their absorbance along with the solution which has been provided to me as unknown concentration solution. These are the steps I need to follow. We will see actually. Yes. So here this 630 nanometer filter will remain constant in your instrument. You don't need to change the filter. In second part you have found out lambda max or maximum absorbing wavelength. So you are going to utilize this wavelength to scan to find out the absorbance of all other solutions. So 630 nanometer filter will remain constant in your experiment. Yes. Now you will put 0.008 molar solution again to find out the absorbance. Before that you will put a blank, make the absorbance 0 and find out the further absorbance value. Yes, you will change the solution. You will keep the filter constant, you just change the solution, find out the absorbance. Again change the solution, find out the absorbance. Change the solution, find out the absorbance. find out the absorbance for unknown solution 2. So this data is ready at your end with respect to different concentration solutions of copper sulfate ammonia and their absorbance values. Now my Beer's law tells me what? When a beam of monochromatic light is allowed to pass through the colored solution, the decrease in color intensity is directly proportional to concentration. That is, as absorbance is directly proportional to concentration. So if I plot a graph of absorbance versus concentration, which is a straight line plot passing through the origin, then I can easily find out for the by knowing the absorbance of unknown solution, I can find out the concentration. Yes. So you will plot a graph by choosing one unknown solution of absorbance by choosing any one as an unknown. Find out the absorbance and then go for its concentration value. You will report the data in terms of result table for this experiment as lambda max value for copper sulfate ammonia complex and concentration of unknown or given copper sulfate ammonia solution in terms of molar. Here I have enlisted as an assignment for you to prepare for this particular experiment, where basic questionnaire I try to prepare, where you should know the laws of photometry, Lambert's law, Beer's law, photometry or Lambert's Beer's law. You should know the construction and working of colorimeter, difference between colorimeter and spectrophotometer, various applications of colorimeter, or simple terms like absorbance, transmittance, lambda max or structure of copper sulfate ammonia complex. I have given here some revised information which will be useful for you to complete this assignment or to give the oral based on this particular experiment. You can go through it, like electromagnetic radiation, the visible range, ultraviolet range, different terms like frequency, wavelength, wave number and velocity, basic law of photometry, Lambert's law, Beer's law, Lambert's Beer's law, different terms like absorbance, molar absorptivity, path length, and yes, deviation from Beer's law, as Beer's law is useful for low concentration solution. If I use high concentration solution, it may show me positive or negative deviation. So the reason behind this should be known to you. And yes, difference between colorimeter and spectrophotometer. Hope this information is useful for you to attempt the experiments based on colorimetry. All the best. Thank you.